And while you at it peeping this shit, go ahead to youtube.com/WaterwayTV and subscribe to that shit. Yeah, you know the waves in it. Baseball, we're hitting a home run, hit it with the coldest rains. And even on my bad days, I'm a clutch to finish. The track diminished, the booth burnt, hands is itching. Damn.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Why is Facebook such a hateful platform?
I think Facebook is the most. I feel like Facebook is like show and tell. Out of all, out of all the social media apps, Facebook is like the show and tell one for when you're in preschool. You know, when you come in, you bring your nice toy or something that one of your family, one of your relatives gave you. You want to show it off in front of people. That's all Facebook is, bro. Like, I really don't. It's been a long. I think since the last time I saw anything successful come from Facebook, me personally, it's probably like 10 years ago, bro. Now when you go on there, everything is fucking negative energy. It's people talking shit about other people. There's people constantly playing this dick measuring comparison shit in life. Don't get me wrong, it couldn't be everywhere. But on Facebook, I feel like it's there the most. Like on Twitter, you only have a certain amount of characters, so you have to kind of, talk about what you're talking about. On Facebook, you can just write a whole fucking novel, and there's no restrictions on characters, and that's why it's a whole bunch of characters on Facebook. So it's just negative. It's just it's just negative to me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's like Facebook is like the mandatory platform because it was like one of the first ones, and everybody's on there, and then all the other ones were like you went on there if you wanted to. So it's just like everybody's opinions on Facebook.
I agree.
It's like the one platform that like everybody's on, regardless if you are on Facebook to be political or to be happy and spread positivity or post content. It's like everybody has a Facebook at some point. So it's like if you don't have any other social medias because you're not a social media guy, but you use Facebook for your news, that's just like the one platform that like every single type of person is on.
And that's like, if you see the thing Social Dilemma, that's what they talk about. Facebook is crazy. The fact that you can did you see that thing on Facebook where you can fill out and it's like a form that you can fill out and they'll pay you money because they said that Facebook violated your rights with selling data and shit like that?
I didn't see that they had that, but I knew that was a thing that Zuckerberg was in court for and shit for a while.
It's like a real thing. Like, you literally, people I know filled it out, like where they filled out the application, they got like a pending submission form. Like, it's crazy. So to think that, and they're telling us, and we're sitting here not like ignoring it. It's kind of like it's like a psychological warfare. Facebook is a different type of monster, bro, and it got people in the chokehold. It's a drug.
Yeah, they think it's like the Monopoly.
Yeah, it's really a drug. I've seen people I kick it with in real life crash out on Facebook. Just stupid. I'm talking about ego crashing out, not like crashing out dying. Ego crashing out, like you forgot who you were because you saw so many likes, and now you think that shit, that's a drug, bro. When you see likes and it's like, oh, that's a fucking high. So people don't understand that. They think it's just Facebook. No, motherfucker. When you get on these social media, what does it say? It calls us users. Users. What the fuck? So it's like, it's telling you what it is, but people don't want to accept it. They think it's just Facebook. No, motherfucker, it's you on the app. It's not Facebook, it's you.
Shit's addicting.
It's very addicting. That's why I had to delete it, bro. I'm checking my shit every other. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
It's addicting for every generation too, because I know even my grandma be on Facebook, and she was, and it's like, it's crazy because like she didn't want to be on Facebook, but like my mom and her sister and my aunt were like, like we got to get you on Facebook, because they thought it'd be fun to have grandma on Facebook so she can see what you're posting and share stuff with her and whatnot, and it goes from her having a laptop and then, be on Facebook and checking her laptop all the time. And then now she got and then gets a smartphone, and now she's always on Facebook posting, commenting, sharing her opinions, like, just doing too much on Facebook. Like, she doesn't even realize that she's doing too much, but you're just doing too much because you're just stuck.
And don't get added to a group. Don't get added to a group, grandma, because once grandma gets added to her favorite TV show group on Facebook, oh, it's over with. That's a whole nother loophole. Shit is dangerous, bro. Facebook is the biggest distraction out of all social media, I feel like. I feel like Instagram and Twitter, you could be on there when you be on it. I mean, don't get me wrong, Twitter could be addicting too. All those forms can be addicting depending on who you are. But for me, I feel like Facebook is easily the most addicting. And, some could say, oh, you're only saying that because you were on Facebook first. Where it's like, well, yeah, maybe that's why I'm saying it. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I just feel like out of all social media platforms, I learned the least from Facebook. It's just fucking lies. I learned some shit from Twitter.
I've seen a lot more fake news on Facebook than any other
Other
site, and it'd be like my mom sending me like when like the riots were going on or some crazy shit. She'll send me like a post saying like there's a bus full of 50 people from Chicago heading to Mankato right now to loot Mankato, and she shared it with me, and it had like 20,000 shares and like some crazy shit, and it's like. You think people from Chicago are gonna load up in a bus and drive all the way to Mankato like a 7-hour trip, 8-hour trip?
That's the wrong group.
To go steal from a fucking city that does not have as much money or anything worth stealing than their own city.
Exactly.
And it's like that was, a very, 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 pivotal time in a lot of things. So there's like a lot of emotions in the air, people making posts about whatever. But like the idea that like anybody would travel that far to just to go break into shit, and it's not even like it's just not it.
That's what the guy in Kenosha did. Kyle Rittenhouse.
Well, I know what he did, but what do you?
But I know what you mean. Yeah.
Oh, he did travel. Yeah, he wasn't from that area. He went out there
He just went there talking about, I'm here to defend the community. I'm like, motherfucker, you don't even live in this community. You just wanted to come because you saw what you saw on TV, which was probably some racial motivated shit. Which, you know what I mean? I understand because that's what you were raised to believe. The shit ain't hard. Like, kids don't wake up racist, bro. People don't wake up racist. It's the shit is taught to them. It's taught to them. Like, I do believe in this new thing though. Right now with social media, I've been writing and I've been like thinking like I feel like on social media, like this new, because we're living in a new day and age right now, bro. I feel like that's why I tell people don't share ignorant shit, don't share stereotypical type shit. Because I feel like personally, there's a person that probably would never say a person he only has certain encounters with black people, but he only like met 3 type of black people. Then he sees all the shit that people post on social media, and then what if he actually meets a person like that in real life and he don't know how to act because he only met 3 black people like that? He say one thing, all of a sudden, oh, he's racist. That's why it's like it's a different thing. Like this, the social media shit it's deep, bro.
The social media like. It just controls so many
narratives, everything.
Narratives, and like what you think is right, how you, like even let's say like in a relationship, like you see all these people posting their relationship on like what they're doing and how it should be, or a girl being like, if a man ain't doing this for you, then he don't love you, like shit like that. And it's like, how do you like? Not everyone is the same. Not everyone should want the same thing as what they see online. Because like even if like you think, oh, I want a man to do this for me, or I want a woman to be able to do this for me. Like, were you thinking that before you stayed on TikTok last night for an extra 3 hours and watched, shit like that? And I think that was something that I kind of recognized when I was in high school, that like I would just be watching Snap stories like all the time, because that was like the one thing to really stay up to date with people. Like back when I was in high school, it was like Snapchat stories. There wasn't even Instagram stories or really anything like that back then. Right. And I'm watching how everyone else is living their life, and I'm like, I should be doing something like that. I should be out drinking, having fun, or I should be partying and enjoying life instead of what I picture as enjoying life, like relaxing at home or playing video games or whatever. You forget your own personal thoughts and your own personal enjoyments because you're trying to fulfill what you see on the internet to fill a facade that you think is what is fun. And that's the tough part. And it's still even like a daily thing that people do and they don't even realize it. Like you see someone wearing a certain thing or dressing a certain way, and you're like, shit, next time I go shopping, I might buy something that looks like that. And it's hard to balance like being impressed in an impression on somebody and just being original. And I don't think anybody can be 100% original in the day we live in.
I mean, you can, but it's like, are you going to pop off? Are you going to get the right traction doing that? Because you're right 1,000%. I say that shit all the time, bro. It's like people is carbon copies. You know what I'm saying? Like what you just said. People don't know how to live. They don't know how to be them. Half of them don't even follow tradition. Remember, it used to be tradition. Before social media, how you would live would go off of tradition, what you are traditionally used to, seeing your uncles, your family, seeing that type of thing. Nowadays, since social media is so big, it's almost like family's been cut out, and people will rather bond with strangers on social media than their actual family. And then, like you just said, they follow celebrities and they start looking at what they think is cool, and then that's when they become carbon copies. That's why everybody's a carbon copy. Do you know how many rappers I see right now in Minneapolis? They're trying to, okay, like, first off, we all got the internet. We see everything y'all see. Just because you're going to take somebody's shit from 1,000 miles over here and try to bring it in our city, you think we ain't going to see that shit? We still follow these guys on social media. So it's almost like Stop following so many fucking celebrities and try to just follow shit that you actually like, shit that motivates you to be creative, but don't follow motherfuckers. I don't follow everybody I like, bro. Like, it's just weird to me. Like, why would I follow everybody I like as idol? It's weird. So, and that's when you get lost in the sauce. But you know how that goes, bro.
Yeah, no, that's one thing that I stopped doing too. I stopped. It's like we're on the water wave page. It's I started only following people after I at least met them. Like even on the water wave page, if it's like a recognizable figure in Minnesota that I haven't met, like, and they follow us, I'll follow them back, of course. Like it's like someone, you know, whatever, respect. But like even like just on a daily basis, like meeting, like let's say an artist like Bankroll Hayden, who was a special guest at our show. Right. I didn't follow him until I found out that he was going to potentially be a special guest, and we started talking and got his DMs, blah blah blah. Then it's like, okay, then I'm gonna follow you, but it's like I don't just like follow every famous person that I could potentially meet until I do meet them in person, and it's like, oh, let's tap in for real, or until I know I'm about to meet them and maybe want to message them before.
I feel you, yeah.
And some people, you know, aren't in the media entertainment industry and they just want to watch celebrities. But man, if you follow too many of them, you're just gonna get like the wrong perception on what life should be like, because they're all just putting on a facade of what they want their life to look like they're doing. Because a lot of times these artists,
they're not even running their own
they're not even
accounts.
doing, and they're not, you know, and they're posting pictures with jewelry or cars or whatever, and a lot of the stuff isn't even theirs. They're just posted up in front of it,
free promo,
or like they got the jewelry for free to post it and maybe tag who made it or let people know where you got it from. Like it's not as glamorous as you think it is. Because most of the people that do make a lot of the money don't even be flaunting it. And that's my goal. I just want to be so rich and people think I'm broke. Like, that's my goal.
That's the real goal of life. Like, that's why when people talk about their money, when they bring up anything materialistics, I first off be like, okay, the motherfucker didn't have much growing up. But that's not an excuse. I hate people say I didn't have much growing up, so that's why that's not an excuse, bro. That just sounds stupid. Like, I think, like,
everyone has their own opinions, like we're saying. Like,
exactly.
So it's like on what you think. Also, shout out to the GMS show and MC and Humble talking in the YouTube chat. If y'all in the YouTube chat, say what up in the chat, man. Say what up y'all. If you're on Instagram lives, ever come into YouTube. But I think like the idea of flexing is different from person to person.
Yeah.
But like my ideal like if you flex your free, like if you have a bunch of free time and you can relax and you can post a story of you like with a nice view and you just feet kicked up, no worries in the world, that's a way bigger flex than showing off your diamonds or how much cash you have in your hand.
Way bigger
because
flex.
Because a lot of people don't know what to do with their money. And I was even having this conversation with my girlfriend the other day that a lot of people don't, like a lot of people, like someone, let's just say hypothetically someone has like 100 bands off trapping, like dirty money, boom. And they're not in trouble yet. They haven't got caught. Like they could, in theory, like quit what they're doing right now and have $100K to play with in the real world of, you know, of economics.
Right.
A lot of people, like some people will just want to be something that they're not so much, and they could either ruin their money or put themselves in a mental state that they're not happy with because of the stress that it causes. Like, let's say someone makes they have $100K dirty money, and now they want to be a promoter, or they want to be someone that puts together concerts, or they want to put on an event. They want to be the face, the structure of something big. And now you got to worry about selling tickets. You got to worry about promoting it. You got to worry about people showing up on time. You got to worry about all these millions of things. When if you have like $100,000, even if it's clean money that you got as a gift or you saved up your whole life, you got $100,000. Put that shit. You can invest in stocks with that. You could flip shoes with that. You could do something like there's so many other things that doesn't cause as much stress and as much risk as like investing into a concert or investing into a show, or because like, you know, some artists are $50,000 to $100,000 that are actually going to return you money. So it's like this shit, like, I don't know, the entertainment world.
Do you think people want to be more famous than rich?
Than rich.
Yeah.
And that's the issue with me is like the social media era has really made people feel like they need to be famous before they're rich, or like being famous is more important than rich.
Man. What you just said just brought up a point, bro. I literally just saw a girl. She posted on TikTok. Well, was posted on Facebook and was like, wrote a paragraph. And she said, "Oh my God, I just got 10,000 followers on TikTok." And I'm just sitting here in like disbelief because I'm like, bitch, you got 3 kids and no man. Damn. You talking about a fucking $10,000, like 10,000 followers? That shit just it was sad though, bro. It wasn't even like I was making fun of the girl. I was just real life sad, like, wow. she really thinks this is life. That shit is, it was mind-boggling. You have 3 kids, no man, you working a different job every other week. And I'm not knocking your situation. I'm talking about the shit you praise.
Yeah.
You should focus on getting more stable as an adult. Cause I don't get the whole internet shit. Like, people think having a lot of followers is like having a good ass credit score. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
What the fuck that gonna get you? I know people that get a lot of likes and they still gotta pay to get in these clubs. Now, a lot of you dudes are leeches, so you guys can get in where you fit in. But the fact remains is a lot of people need to put the social media down and really work on being an adult.
Yeah.
I want to see some of y'all credit score. I really do. I really do, because I know y'all got more followers than you got a high credit score, and that's crazy to me. That's crazy.
Yeah, and the thing about it too, like, in the grand scheme of things, 10, 20, 30, even 50 to 100,000 followers really isn't a lot nowadays, in the way that how long social media's been around. And that's how, like, I feel too, like we have like 11K on the gram, and it's like 11,000 true, like, mainly Minnesotan fan base that are interested in what we are talking about on the
fakers.
gram. Yeah, not the fake followers.
It's about
There's
like,
a lot of fake followers out there.
About
too.
3 of you. It's about 3 of you pages where I see you motherfuckers, bro. Y'all, that shit is that's nasty work. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, either people be buying them, or it just be almost like people, like, followers that just don't interact even. Like, I don't know. Like, we built up a strong fan base, and I've even realized, like, even with like a good fan base in Minnesota, like, that does nothing for you once you step outside of Minneapolis or Minnesota. Even
it does nothing.
Like, I'll go to different cities and people will still know what Water Wave is. But, like, if I went to like, I'm humble enough to say, if I went to fucking Ohio, or fucking even like, I'd say if we went to LA, downtown LA, we might find a couple people that have seen our videos or something. But if we go to like a market, even like in LA, Atlanta, whatever, like, I'm not like, no one out there is gonna be like, oh, Water Wave, like pull up, come to the club or whatever. Like, and the same goes with every other like influencer in Minnesota for the most part. Like, you just don't have, like, once you step outside of Minnesota, that followership means nothing.
It means nothing. Like,
because even if you have 10,000 true ass followers in Minnesota,
it
means nothing to another business in Cali or Atlanta or Ohio or fucking Idaho, like, wherever you go, it doesn't mean anything to them, because that's not their target market or their target audience.
It's
like,
almost
it's fucked.
It's almost like when you're at a college and you try to transfer to another college and you're like, all them credits won't come with you. It's literally like that.
Literally.
And it's funny when you said that, it reminded me of shout out to Cashinova. Cashinova, him and his whole crew, the High Speed Collectors on. He said something. He was like, do you care about the King of Minnesota? He asked his people. I mean, they're like, nah. He was like, I don't care about what's going on in the local scene in California. He was like, so why would I expect them to care about what the fuck I'm doing here? And we're in a smaller market. Yeah. And that made it make the most sense. Like, when the market's small, when it's not that many people here, the crowd is going to be what it's going to be. Yeah. The market's going to be what it's going to be. So that's why I feel you 1,000%.
Yeah. Shout out everyone in the chat.